This podcast is a member of the New York City Podcast Network at nycpodcastnetwork.com. Visit us to listen to over 250 amazing podcasts just like this one.
Japanese street style is some of the cutest and trendiest clothing in the world. Introducing Cherry Goddess Women's Clothing and Accessories, the hottest original and cute clothing company. We offer tops, clothes, accessories, shoes, dresses and skirts, and comfortable homeware that we guarantee you will love. Cherry Goddess Women's Clothing, super cute Japanese style clothing.
Yes, this is Jeffrey Frazier of Black Wall Street Chronicles. We're back at it again. Today we're going to do a special episode. It's a shout out to first off, I'm going to get a shout out to all the cities that has been listening to my podcast. And I also am going to teach individuals how to start their own business in the U.S. It's actually very easy. We're going to get right to it, all right? So, before I tell you how to start your own business, let's go over a couple of things. First, I'm going to give a shout out to all the individuals who are listening to my podcast, all the cities. Yes, we're going to do a roll call of all the cities. Okay, 1 second. Let me put out the cities. I want to give a shout out to Houston, Texas. Thank you. I want to give a shout out to Cincinnati, Ohio. I want to give a shout to the Bronx, New York. What's up? How you doing? I'm from the Bronx. Thank you for the support. I want to give us Florissant, Missouri. Thank you. Thank you for listening to my podcast. I want to give a shout out to Seattle, Washington. Thank you for listening to my podcast. Lawrenceville, Georgia. Thank you very much for listening to my podcast. Norfolk, Virginia. Thank you very much for listening to my podcast. Irvington, New Jersey. Thank you very much for listening to my podcast. Jasper, Alabama. Thank you very much for listening to my podcast. Piscataway, New Jersey. Thank you very much for listening to my podcast. Orlando, Florida. Thank you. Anaheim, California. Thank you. Alhambra, Arizona. Thank you. Kingston, New York. Thank you. Romulus, Michigan. Thank you. Toledo, Ohio. Thank you. Atlantic, Georgia, thank you. Phoenix, Arizona. Flatbush, New York. Queens, was Flatbush? Is that Brooklyn? Shout out to New York. Wendell, North Carolina, what's up? Winston-Salem, North Carolina, what's up? I know North Carolina's going to listen to me. They're going to be interested in Black Wall Street Chronicles, of course. Brisbane, Queensland, what's up? Chester, Virginia, how are you doing? Matthews, North Carolina, God bless. Hesperia, Georgia. Is that a Jewish name? Hesperia, Georgia. I hope I said your name right, your town. Columbus, Ohio. Garner, North Carolina. Castro Valley, California. Bowie, Maryland. Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. Fresno, California. Arlington, Texas. Palmdale, California. Oro Valley, Arizona. Florin, California. Kernersville, North Carolina. Merton, Connecticut, Silver Hill, Maryland, Arizona, Gilbert, Arizona, Madison, Connecticut, Bushwick, New York, Auburn, Virginia, Berkeley, West Virginia, Los Angeles, California, Cohoes, New York, Newark, New Jersey, Katy, Texas, New York, Pennsville, New York, Brooklyn, New York, Branton Rouge, Louisiana, Federal Way, Washington, Richmond, Virginia, Princeton, New Jersey, Hyattsville, Maryland, Sao Paulo, that's Brazil, New Brunswick, Texas, Sumner, Alabama, Pennsylvania, Furnace, Pennsylvania, Zachary, Louisiana, Forest Park, Georgia, Sao Paulo, Brazil, South Louis, Missouri, Minneapolis, Minnesota, Tarac, Florida, Candace, Pennsylvania, Manhattan, New York, Kingsbridge, New York, Strasbourg, Pennsylvania, The Woodlands, Texas, Snellville, Georgia, East Orange, New Jersey, Taylor, Michigan, Corinth, Texas, Vincent, Ohio, Montreal, Quebec, Woodbury, Minnesota, Salt Lake, Pennsylvania, Irving, Texas, Brunswick, Georgia, Denver, Colorado, Pensacola, Florida, Los de Feltas, Bahala. That's Brazil again, I think. Palomolo, California, and Washington, D.C. Thank you very much. Thank you all. I appreciate your support. Thank you for listening. Now, all of my podcast listeners, listen very carefully. I'm going to give you some information. All of you who are listening to my podcast, please subscribe. I am on iTunes. I am on Spotify. I am on Pandora, and I'm also on, what's this? I'm also on Stitcher.com. Okay, I'm also on Stitcher. All right, you can listen to all my episodes on these platforms. Let me repeat it again. I'm on iTunes. I am on Spotify. I am on Pandora, and I'm on Stitcher.com. I should be also on, if I'm on Pandora, that means I'm also on Google Play. Down the line, I will give you more podcasts. If I post on another podcasting streaming service, I'll let you know. Now, my live stream is on YouTube.com. My YouTube page channel. My YouTube channel is called Pain 308 TV. Let me repeat that again. My YouTube channel is Pain 308 TV. Not only I do stand-up comedy, I got a couple of my sets online. I'm also a gamer. I got a couple of gamings online, and you'll also will see the live stream of my podcast every Saturday at 7 p.m. If I'm running late or anything, I will tell you and let you know. If you want to send a donation to my podcast, my PayPal account is jeffreyfrazier55@gmail.com. That's JEFFREYFRAZIER55@gmail.com. It's all lowercase letters. Let me repeat it again. JEFFREYFRAZIER55@gmail.com. Okay, if you want to send a donation, thank you. If you can't send a donation, please subscribe to my podcast and please subscribe to my YouTube page. My Instagram account is my Instagram account is BlackKage840. Let me repeat myself again. My Instagram account is BlackKage840. So if you're on Instagram, please subscribe. If you go to my bios on my Instagram account, you'll not only have a connection to my podcast page, you'll also have a connection to my Twitter account and my Twitch account. I'm not streaming I usually stream gaming on Twitch, but we'll see. Okay, when we come right back, I am going to give you information on how to start your own business. Thank you very much. Yeah, this is Jeffrey Frazier from Black Wall Street Chronicles, and we back at it again. Um, so now I'm gonna give you information on how to start your own business, right? So all you have to do is you go to your local state county courthouse, and you can actually get information there. Now, there are three type of corporations that you can apply for. You can either apply for a regular corporation, a limited liability corporation, or S corporation. Um, I'll give you quick differences between each corporation. Now, the limited liability corporation and the regular corporation, you get taxed twice. You'll get taxed as the employer, and you also will get a tax as the employee. If you own the sub corporation, you only get taxed once. You'll only get taxed as the employee. And the reason why you only get a tax once because sub corporations are owned by bigger corporations. For example, uh, Marvel Comics is a sub corporation. It is a subsidiary of Disney. So being that Marvel Comics is a subsidiary of Disney, that means all of the people who work for Marvel Comics work for Disney, and they get they people who own Marvel Comics only gets taxed once. That's a great example. Okay, so my suggestion to you, if you're going to start your own business, you are going to sign up for a regular corporation because unless you, if you want to sign up for a sub corporation so you can get picked up by even bigger corporation, that's fine. But I think you should go for a regular corporation because if you was going to apply for a limit, if you was going to register your business in the county courthouse in a limited liability corporation, you have to pay a total of $5,000. Unfortunately, there's a lot of regular Americans out here, black Americans especially, who don't have all that money. So, if you apply for a regular corporation, that'll be around a total of $340. So, I will apply for a regular corporation. Now, the process will take about 3 months, and once you're approved, they'll mail you the paperwork. Once you have your paperwork, you can set up a business account. So, what you do is you can go to a bank, any bank, and go to set up a corporate account with that bank. Listen very carefully. We're Black Wall Street, and this is Black Wall Street Chronicle. So, if you want to, if you're a black person, I suggest you open up an account with a black bank. But if you're not able to, or for whatever reason, you should open up your account with Bank of America. You know, Bank of America is pretty good. Uh, Now, difference between bank loans and government grants, right? Uh, Government grants is government money that the United States of America hands out to people who are starting their own business. And here's a little issue, right? There's over 140.1 billion-dollar government grants going to non-Americans, going to not non-Americans, excuse me, $140.1 billion-dollar government grants that's going to non-minorities. And you know what a non-minority is? It's straight white men. $50.1 billion of government grants goes to minorities. That's basically anybody who's not a straight white man. So if you're a gay white man, you're a white woman, you have access to those government grants. My issue with that is that if you look at the government grants that the African American community is allegedly getting, it's not sufficient. For example, they hand out a government grant for somebody that has diabetes, for a diabetes research. Now, I shouldn't be talking about diabetes research when I'm have this Coca-Cola in my hand, but yeah, that's another story. We're gonna do a episode about health. So the they hand out government grants for diabetes research. Now, the problem is in our communities in the inner city, they're usually food deserts. There's not too many healthy food to eat. So if you don't have access for healthy, nourishing food for people to eat, then going to in the future end up with chronic heart disease, stroke, diabetes, and so forth. So, giving the government a grant when the FDA is sending processed foods to inner city comedians, Freudian slip, any city communities is, kind of redundant. Yeah, that's why last week when I was talking about reparations, we need $700 billion government grant, but that's another story. So what you can do is you can go online. There's a website. I'm going to give you the website right now to apply for government grants. Give me a moment. Mm. Yeah, it's grants and loans USA.gov. Okay, if you go to USA.gov for grants and loans, they have government grants and loans. Who can get a grant? And I'm going to read directly from this website. What is a grant from the government? A grant is one of the ways the government funds areas and projects to provide public services and stimulate the economy. Grants support critical recovery initiatives and innovative research and many other programs listed in the Catalog of Federal Domestic Assistance, the CFDA. Learn more about grants and types of grants. So, in the Catalog of Federal Domestic Assistance, they'll actually have a list of all the government grants that you can receive. So if you're starting your own business and you're looking for a government grant, you go to the CFDA in the US.gov. So who can get a grant? The federal government typically awards grants to state and local governments, universities, researchers, law enforcement organizations, and institutions planning major projects that will benefit specific parts of the population or the community as a whole. Contrary to what you might see online or in the media, the federal government does not offer grants or free money to individuals to start a business or cover personal expenses. However, the government offers federal benefit programs designed to help individuals and families in need become self-sufficient or lower their expenses. Interesting. So, let's do a story. Finance your business. Employ the variety of government-backed loans and funding programs for your business. So you can't get a government grant to start your own business, seems here. All right. So I'm glad I went on the website because when I went on the website, they basically told me something different. So the American government does not provide government grants for you to start your own business, but they do provide small business loans. So let's look this up. Government loan programs offer financial support to people starting or expanding a business. This helps those who may have trouble qualifying for a traditional bank loan. In these programs, you apply by creating a loan package with a participating lender. The federal government will guarantee a portion of the loan and will pay the lender if you default. This government guarantee reduces the risk of the lender and increases the likelihood of a loan being offered. Use this government resources and services to find a loan that best suits your business needs. the SBA, Small Business Administration. Explore many types of loans for starting and expanding a business, handling disasters, and exploiting goods. U.S. Department of Agriculture, USDA. Get information on the government guaranteed loans for rural business and local program contacts. Government loans. Research many types of federal loans for your business and learn how to apply. Small Business Lending Fund. This Treasury Department initiative provides capital to qualified community banks and community development loan funds. This helps promote economic growth and create new jobs. So, no federal grants for businesses. The federal government does not offer grants for starting or growing a business. It only provides grants for nonprofit and educational institutions. These organizations focus mainly on medicine, technology development, and other related fields. Some state and local programs offer business grants. They usually require you to match the funds, or they may expect you to combine the grant with other forms of financing, such as a loan. Other government funding options for your business. These federal and state programs can also help finance your business. Small Business Invested Company, the SBIC program. The Small Business Administration, SBA, partners with private investment funds licensed as SBICs to provide growth capital to small businesses. Find out if SBIC's financing is right for your business. Small Business Innovative Research, the SBIR program. This competitive awards-based program encourages small businesses to pursue federal research or research and development, R&D projects that can lead to opportunities for commercialization. Learn how to apply for the program. State and local business assistance. Find out about state and local business finance assistance where you live. This includes financing for business expansion, state credit initiatives, and more. Good. So, seems the media was wrong. They don't give government grants for you to start their own business. What they do is they provide small business loans, and you happen to default, the government will pay the loan back for you. That's actually very interesting. I'm glad that I actually looked it up and see. Okay. This is good. So, what you guys will do is you go to USA.gov and you basically learn how to start your own business. Basically learn how to receive government loans. Because the federal government does not give out government grants for people to start their own business. Now, if you guys want to start a nonprofit organization, you can go to the us.gov and you can actually get a government grant. Okay, what we're going to do is we're going to take a quick break, and when we go back, I'll give you more information. Take care. Yeah, thank you tonight on this very short episode. Because the information that I wanted to give out wasn't really that much anyway. I just wanted to put it out there on ways that you can start your own business. Now, I'm going to tell you this one last thing, and I'm going to tell you what we're going to talk about next week, and then we're going to sign off. Okay, so there is there is these business centers that is funded by the state and federal governments in New York City, and these small business centers is based in some colleges. One of the small business centers that I know that I went to myself is in Lehman College in the Bronx. Lehman College is located at let's get the address. Lehman College is located at 250 Bedford Park Boulevard, New York 10468. I'm going to repeat it again. 250 Bedford Park Boulevard, the Bronx 10468. Okay? Now, you could actually go there and they have a small business center where they can teach you to start your own business for free. Let me give you the other places. Give me a second. Small business. Okay, New York Small Business Development Center. See, New York Small Business Development Center. Right here. Good. All right. If you want more information, go to nyssbdc.org. That's nyssbc.org. That is America's Small Business Development Center. Okay? You basically learn how to grow your own business. They also have one in Baruch College. Okay? So this is great. All right. Next week, we're going to talk about the opioid epidemic, and I'm going to tell you a pharmaceutical company that who had medication that was 50 times more powerful than heroin. It's going to be a very good episode. And I want you to enjoy the rest of your week. This is Jeffrey Frazier signing off. Thank you.